Hello, hello. Sorry, let me clean my camera off. I feel like it's a little foggy. I was told that YouTube was being a little funky, but figured we'd still try it just in case. Seems like it's okay so far. I guess I'll see if, get some messages about people not being able to join. Yay! I couldn't remember if you said you wanted it or not, but I figured I'd post them anyways, Thanks. It's finally, so it's working better than it was? Good to know, good to know. Yay, thank goodness, thank goodness. Well, thanks, Patty. Oh no, yeah, no, that's not good. Hello, hello. Have you tried out the pigments yet, or you just stared at them because they're pretty? Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Just making these orange dots a little sparkly, Yes, I'm here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, unless otherwise stated. Okay, that's a cat here. Let's get that thing. They're so much fun. I'm currently using my pastel ones that will be the next to drop. All right, so we're doing this to match this. So top dots will be like, it'll bring in more of the colors. So we're just gonna work with these for the most part for now. Kind of see what happens. Yes, these are the 3-inch ones. Not yet. So I'm kind of going through 2 thought processes right now. Thought number 1, release 7 at one time and 7 at another time. Thought 2 is I really have to narrow them down because some of them look similar to the chameleon ones when applied over a dark base, but they still look different over a light or colored base. Not sure. I don't know. Still thinking, but it's the Chinese New Year, so my supplier won't be available for a little bit, and I just didn't think about the time of the year it was, so we'll have to wait until all that's done. Thanks. Yeah, 7 and 7 seems doable. So then my issue is, which 7 do we start with? Hello, hello. You didn't get to your mailbox yet? You're funny. If I know I have a package delivered, I'm like immediately grabbing it. Like living in an apartment or not, like I want my package now, Like I mean, and I mean my apartment's small, but my mail guy, he'll knock on the door whenever I get a package, and it literally takes so much restraint for me to just not like open the door right away, you know? I don't want to be like that person, so I like wait like a minute or two until I can't hear him anymore, and then I open my door. But like there are many, I mean, I'm right next to the door, so like I could just open it up as soon as he knocks, like, hey, but like that's a little weird, you know? So I don't. Oh no. I heard that's going around right now, huh? Darn, I'm sorry. I hope they all feel better fast. Yes, yes. I've used it with triple thick too, but with triple thick it just, you know, it takes a little bit longer to see the effect, you know, since it, you know, it takes a little bit longer to dry. And sometimes if you put triple thick on too thick, it can be an issue, you know, it won't ever dry down clear. One time I was like leaving, and I don't know if it was Amazon. It wasn't my mail guy, but it was a different delivery person. And I didn't even know he was at my door. You know, I just opened my door and both of us were like, ah! I was like, sorry, I'm just going, thanks, I'm just going to get groceries. And that was embarrassing. Oh gosh, again? Hey Heather, what's up? Oh, I should have done this. I shouldn't have done this in orange. I should have made the flowers orange. Oh well. Right? You're like, I'm sorry, I promise I wasn't just like right at the door. I just, you know, happened to be leaving as you walked up. I'm sorry you have to deal with that. It's super frustrating. I mean, I hate to say it, but unfortunately, like, it just, I feel like that kid's never gonna get it. Ugh. Oh, geez. Dang. Well, maybe someone can, you know, knock some sense into him. Obviously the Popo aren't, so something needs to quit, you know? Try not to waste this paint. Just put a little bit down that I need and nothing else. Oh yeah, Heather would she'd definitely scare him. You don't play with her. I believe it. I definitely believe it. Heather will be one of, like, well, I almost said one of the first. Now I'm gonna say Heather will be the first one to come and defend her friends if need be. Hey, thanks. Welcome in. We just like to hang out and paint and chat, you know, all the good things. I'm live on here on Tuesday and Thursday nights. So if you want to, you know, ever in the mood for just a chill vibe, hang out with some good friends, this is your place. Yeah, it takes a second to, you know, get the hang of like the sweet spot in terms of like paint, the amount of paint on your tools. But once you figure it out, it gets pretty easy. Every once in a while, you know, you gotta fix it a little bit. And I'm fixing these because I'm not using enough paint, but I'm trying not to waste my specially mixed colors. So I didn't really have too much paint to dunk my tools into. So I'm just going back in and just filling out the tops a little bit more. Thanks, you too. There is such a thing as not enough paint, but there's definitely, you know, it's definitely harder when you have too much paint. There definitely is a happy medium, that's for sure. Oh, you're going to Ireland? How fun. I bet it's so pretty there. I've never been, but I've seen pictures of, you know, my family friends and stuff that have went. Very, very pretty there. Have you ever been? On my birthday. Oh my goodness. How long are you going to be gone for? Oh, a cruise. Nice. Thanks. So these are called purse pendants. So these look really good on like purses and backpacks and things like that. They're a little larger than your standard keychain. These are 3 inches, but these are 25. And I'm always making different ones. They have little little thingies that'll go in the center in the end. So they're so fun. Oh, a nice little vacation. Well, I hope you have fun. I'm a little jealous. Cruise. See, that's one thing you'll never catch me on. I mean, I don't like flying. Like I'm 5 feet tall, you know. I like to be close to the ground. But I'm afraid of those big floating villages. Being in the middle of the ocean. Oh my gosh, so scary. You know, if anything like bad happens, you're kind of screwed, you know. It's just too many scary things, potential things on a cruise that I cannot. And if we get caught in like some rough water, I'll be crying the whole time. I'm a little baby. I'm not gonna deny. I'm a little scared, a little scaredy cat. Ooh, nice. Hawaii is so pretty. So pretty. No, I will not be attending that. Nope, I will not be. That'll count me out. We're doing a Dot Fam meetup though in Pittsburgh in April. On land. And I hope to see as many of you guys there as possible. Not sure if I'm putting it on the center of these. I use it on the orange, so I'll probably use it on the orange swooshes, and trying to work in some more colors, like maybe a little bit of bright green in some way. Haven't decided quite yet. That's true. That is true. So it's the end of April, still gathering the fine details and trying to figure out exactly what we're doing. But it's the end of April. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay doing yeah, I'm I'm cool doing something in the rivers, but me, oh, I've never been on a cruise. I don't plan on it. Oh, you mean when I went to Hawaii? So we did Maui and frick, what was the other one? The main ones. It was when I was younger. Wherever my parents wanted to go. Yeah, probably Oahu, honestly. But I'm pretty sure the resort was in Maui, on Maui. Oh yeah, that's one of the things that we went to, and one of the things my parents remember from going to the Pearl Harbor Museum is, like, I mean, we were pretty young, you know. I don't remember how old we were, but you know, young enough that, you know, Pearl Harbor and learning about it, like, really shouldn't have made, like, the kids so emotional, you know. So like we were young enough where we didn't really, I don't want to say we didn't understand, because I was old enough to paint my own nails, but my parents, like, they were actually just talking about this not that long ago, about how, like, me and my sister, we just started crying while we were there. And my parents were like, wow, like, we didn't think that they would get this emotional here. Hello, hello, hello. But what I thought was insane was, like, when you would, like, look over into the water, like, how much, like, oil and stuff was still, like, seeping up from, like, the ships and stuff. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Ooh, yeah, you're gonna have fun. It's beautiful there. How's it going? So we're finishing this one from Facebook. And then we've got we've got 2 more of these to do. And then after that, if we still have time, I'm not really sure. I have an ornament that I'm making for a friend. So maybe we'll work on that if we need to work on something for the rest of the night after we finish the original plan. If we finish the original plan. Oh, so sorry, so sorry. It's because I'm zoomed in. I'm not used to having, like, a smaller camera width, I guess. Yeah, it was crazy. The oil, that's insane. I can't imagine living out there. I mean, I get why she hasn't come back. How's it going? Happy Tuesday. The new purse pendant pattern? Yeah. I have Aphrodite on my nails. So it's very green forward, but when you tip it, you see the blue. So I see like a lot of the teal, but when you just look at it straight, it's very green forward. Paula's in here. Hello, Paula. Oh, perfect. So maybe it was just the first few people that really experienced a little bit of the extra, you know, little leakage. I think it was for me not perfectly like cleaning the edges before I put like the lid on, because I mean there were definitely some that, you know, were a little bit more messy than others, but it was really hard not to make a mess, to be completely honest. So but nonetheless, they'll all be taped next time just in case. They'll have a little clear round sticker on one of the sides. They're so fun. On this one, I'm using my pastel ones that I'm playing around with. And you guys will see those eventually, I promise. Haven't decided what I'm doing over the teal yet. That's why I haven't touched it. You keep getting booted off. Is anybody else having issues on here tonight? Good, good, good. Just making sure. I think I heard that if you keep getting booted, you have to like restart the app. I'm pretty sure is what someone suggested to do the other day when we were on TikTok. I asked what to do. How's it going? I think that's what they said. Or did they say to log out and log back in? Does anybody remember? I don't even remember who said it. So I was actually just using a couple of them. They're not any of the chameleon ones, but basically I'm using them as top dots. So the orange and the pink, obviously it's still wet, but those ones are pastel and they look different over white or colors versus black. But basically what I do is I mix them in Duraclear High Gloss, and then you use them as paint. You can use them on top dots. You can use them just like with regular colors. Like here's another one, that one. So this one's the pastel, so it doesn't show up as nice. But yeah, maybe we'll do one of the chameleons tonight. Depends on if it matches a cab or not. So let's get a new one. Yeah, you can also like use them over gouache, or you can put them on your nails. There's a ton of ways. You can brush them in a mold. I do intend to make a video of like all the different ways you can use them, but it's gonna take me a second because I have to like kind of prep certain things so that, you know, I can do the video in like one take, you know what I mean? So that means I have to like pre-film or, you know, do like the dusting of a resin mold, and then I have to fill it with resin, and you gotta wait for it to cure, and then I'll demold it. You know, basically if you brush it in a mold and then pour like black or glitter black resin inside the mold, when you unmold it, it looks like this. So you don't have to mix it in resin. You just take a paintbrush and, you know, brush it all on the inside of the mold. Use a dark resin. You can either use like a resin tinted black or resin with like black glitter. And then, you know, when you unmold it, it looks like this. So if you want to make little trinkets, you can do that. But I mostly use it as paint. Yeah, so my chameleons are cosmetic grade, but, you know. Yeah, so that little kitty cat, there she is. The little kitty cat, Shelby actually made me a while ago. Thank you. I know, I was like, damn, I forgot the lines again. So on this purse pendant, I actually like varnished the sides first. I don't usually, but I wanted to see if it really made much of a difference. And I don't know, it's kind of more just bugging me that it's like kind of shiny right now. Now we do this. All right, so if we want to use the chameleon pigments on one of these, let's see if we can't find, oh, sorry. Let's see if we can't find a good cabochon that'll look cool with it. Oh yeah, it looks so much better whenever you just rub it inside the mold. Yep, you get more of like the flash. You can also put it in Duraclear and paint it on a paintbrush over black. And it gives you like a fun, you know, layer. Although when you do it with this, it's harder to draw your guidelines. So just kind of keep that in mind. There are a ton of things you can do with it. I do intend to do a video soon, I promise. I'm gonna try, so I have some right now, and if they go out of stock, I can't guarantee I'll get those exact ones right away because I'm trying to get new ones in. But I feel like if we do this one might be cool using the chameleon pigments. What do you think? I know we've done that one before, but, or like this one. Which one would you guys rather do? And I mean, we can do this one next, I suppose. Okay. I would say we definitely have time for both. So, where's my blue? What the heck? Did I put it away? I did. Okay. Like dry or mixed with Duraclear? So I got most of these a long time ago before I stopped really buying them from like AliExpress and Temu. I mean, they still have them. but most of the time whenever you get them from there, you have to buy ones like 10, 20 at a time of the same the same design. So that's kind of annoying for like if you're just, you know, wanting one. But I do have extras that I share sometimes, and I actually have quite a few that I'm getting ready to share again. I just have to post them. Nope, I actually have at least 124 done. So I do them once a week, every week. That's the plan this year. Once a week, every week, until July, and then we're gonna just full throttle, like, do more than that. I have, but sometimes, you know, with triple thick, it doesn't always dry down super clear. You never know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So I have, but I haven't done it a lot. Pigments. All right, so, oh wait, hold on. Those are taped up. Let me just get one of mine. So they're all different, but they're chameleon chrome. You just have to wait for the layers to dry completely. They're a lot more shifty when you rub them on things. You know, just seeing them in powder form doesn't really do that much. Does it make a mess? This is the one that's on my nails right now. So, like, it'll shift, like, teal. But yeah. Aren't they fun to make? Okay. Let us continue. Yeah, that one's really pretty. I love, one that's kind of shocking me how much I love it is Equinox. Hello, hello. So you can. I would say, like, you're not gonna, I mean, so here's my thought process. You're not gonna be with it long enough that I feel like it's really gonna be bothersome. For me, spending multiple days bagging and portioning up pigment, yes, I should be wearing a mask. So I thinned triple thick with a, what's it called? A flow medium. These dots are too small, hold on. And that seemed to work pretty well. Just remember, guys, the thinner it is, the harder it's going to be to work with the pigments. Oh no, Mary, I'm sorry. So I didn't the first time, but I'm going to next time. The first time I was kind of like, how bad could it be? But it literally went everywhere. So next time I portion up pigments, I'm 100% going to be wearing a mask. Even though I don't want to, because it's going to be uncomfortable as hell. It got everywhere over the course of a couple days. And that wasn't good either, Jenna. I think it all started right here. You know, there's always one that gives you a problem. It's fine. Totally fixable. We'll get it. Yeah, I was kind of like, I'm sure it's fine. How bad could it really be? And then I was like, yeah, I probably want to wear a mask next time. Making a big freaking mess, that's what. Well, so they didn't match up. Like the space was just a little too far apart for my liking. Don't do this, okay? Don't do that. Be patient. Wait for your dots to dry. No, I still have a few, so I should probably do it for tomorrow, I'm sure. I know. Well, the thing is that, like, I'm kind of a pain. I don't want a heat gun that I have to plug in. I plug too much shit in over here. And it's just, I don't even think I have an open plug without having to unplug something, and that's just annoying to me. Never. Me? No. Scott might disagree, but, you know. He's not even listening because he has his headphones in. But if he was listening, he'd probably agree. No, fans crack your paint, man. Yeah, that's that too. You know how much Toby hair is everywhere, even though I clean? And don't you have to plug in a fan too? Oh. That's what I need. Something that I have to remember to charge. Remember how long I, like, didn't use my iPad because I kept forgetting to charge it? Well, that dot was ugly. What the frick? Yeah. Yeah, you don't wanna force dry your paint, especially with like with dry air. Yeah. Oop. Like say names or paint names? Wow, is that a first for you? Congratulations? Question mark. Does that deserve a congratulations? I don't know. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Self-restraint? Oh, me too. And I didn't think I could ever part with the original design, but this one is so pretty. And of course, I'll still do the original design, but... Right? I know. It's very rare for me not to leave with nothing. I don't even know if I can say I've ever done that. But I have gone less than I used to. I used to go like once a week. Now I go once, maybe every other week, maybe if I need something. But honestly, with the convenience of having Michael's really close to me now, if I need something that typically I would go to Hobby Lobby for, and I don't feel like driving out there, then I'll just literally go right over the hill. So, there are still like very specific things I will buy at Hobby Lobby for sure. But like today, for example, I needed Cricut mats, and I just didn't feel like driving out to Hobby Lobby to do that, even though they're probably a little cheaper. Yeah, I mean, that's another reason I really haven't gone as much, because it just feels like I don't need to go anymore. You know what I mean? So I really only go if I am trying to plan out a design or something for VIP that I don't already have. And actually, I was just there, was it last week? And I picked up a bunny shape for VIP, which like technically you can do whatever shape you want, but you know, a bunny would be cute. And I don't remember what else I got there. Oh, I got some secret things that I'm gonna try and play around with, and maybe I'll show you, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just make them and post them and keep them for me. So it's a standing bunny. So it's like kind of a weird shape. It is 7.25 by 9.6 inches, and it's about an inch thick, so it stands on its own. I need to varnish it, and then I'm considering putting a resin coat on top, and maybe gluing a pom-pom for the tail. I don't know, though. But this is from Hobby Lobby. I am going to send Anna a picture of this so that she can maybe make a shape from it. But, yeah. Yeah, I miss Joanne for that. Well, I guess I don't, but I think I really missed Joanne whenever I was making those gnomes for a second. Because I just couldn't help but imagine how cool the yarn that they would have had, like how awesome their selection would have been there. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, you know, there's something you can paint. I'm sure you have something. I had to check to see if the Olympics were on or if he was watching Step Brothers. Marilyn, what are you saying? I can't see anything that you're saying. Thank you. Oh, wow. So you were a regular. I liked my Joanne too. The cashier, they were always so nice. They would pick like wood pieces out. If they got some new wood pieces in, they would pick some out for me and they would hold them for me. And then when I'd come in, they were like, "Hey, I grabbed these in case these sold out. I wanted you to look at them. I think maybe it would be really pretty to paint with them." And sometimes I would buy them, and sometimes I'd be like, eh. So no, I had a little like sometimes I'll use like a tip of a popsicle stick, or like a little pigment spoon, and I'll put a little bit in my varnish. Like a little bit goes a long way, but at the same time you want to still see that, like if you were to pull out your whatever you mixed it in with, you want to see that it's covering it, you know what I mean? You don't want to see a lot of clear in between space. So I usually, filling it up 3/4 of the way, I usually do about 1.5 to 2 small like pigment spoons or like tips of popsicle sticks worth. But a little bit goes a long way. You can make many batches with the gram of pigment in those containers. So it's hard to see, but sometimes I can just dot with them. Well, maybe I should just... It's not showing the true beauty, obviously, but because the Duraclear still has to clear up, and that's just over black. And sometimes I'll swoosh with them or just use them as top dot. It just, you know, just depends. Hi, Marilyn. How's it going? That one was Aphrodite. Actually, no, sorry, that was, well, hold on. Yeah, that one was Aphrodite. Galaxy would have been fine with this one too. Yeah, and VIP. Of course there is. It's week 1 and 2 for this month. If you go to the events tab, you can scroll through the past lives until I get it logged into the guides tab. I don't usually do this month's guide tab until the month is over. So if you're looking for the current month videos, go to the events tab and then scroll down a little bit. You'll see like upcoming lives and then past lives. They'll be in the past lives. I had to think about it for a second. I was like, it's still February, right? Yes, it is. No, not the monthly patterns, but we did a heart. We did a heart at the beginning of the month. Sometimes if we have extra time, like if a project ends a little early, the last few months we've been doing the pattern of the month, but it's not like an always thing. It's just if you're lucky, if we're lucky, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to say lucky because, you know, typically, hopefully, we don't need that extra time, but yeah, just send me a reminder, please. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I try. Deb, did your paint fiasco was that today? I can share a little bit so far, but you know, we don't have everything hammered out. But I don't know if Paula's listening. So Jenny Long, she is gonna be like, she's gonna be doing some of like the event planning sort of like she's gonna kind of be helping with that. But so I am close to the airport. And so that means that like there's a nice like a nice bit of hotels that we can choose from, and it's not far from a lot of places. We're not far from the city. We're not far from Hobby Lobby, which is important because Paula wants to go. But so we were kind of thinking of like, you know, trying to find a place that one is, you know, inexpensive but not like shitty, right? And maybe a place that would be open to letting us like have like a little paint sesh in like a conference area. However, at the mall near me, there is one of those pottery, like paint your own pottery places. And I think it would be a lot of fun for us to use our dotting skills on pottery and get it fired. So that's an idea. Like, I have to obviously look a little bit more into it, but I think that would be fun to do like a dotting day there. Um, you know, I mean, it's Pittsburgh, and I've lived here my whole life, so like I wouldn't consider this much of like a touring town, but you know, there's some fun things to do, and I said that we could take a ride up the incline downtown, go up to Mount Washington to like the lookout where you can like overlook the city and take pictures with each other, because that's like a thing. Maybe grab some dinner up there. You know, there's a lot up in the air, but like obviously Paula wants to go to like Hobby Lobby and Michael's and, you know, the places that she can't go because, you know, they don't have them in the UK. So, you know, it's going to be a fun little like weekend kind of thing, I think. It's going to be the end of April. I don't know if we have the exact dates set yet, but it's the end of April. Dollar Tree. Yeah, hey, we can do that. There's a Dollar Tree right next to the Michaels. So wherever she wants to go, any of the stores, we can just, you know. So like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Our goal is to keep it as inexpensive as possible, right? Especially because there's gonna be some people traveling. But yeah, so the 24th through the 26th. So this one is one of my pigment powders mixed with Duraclear. Yeah, so at least near me, so we have Michael's and Dollar Tree like right next to each other, and then out like where Hobby Lobby is, there's another Michael's close, but in the same complex, well, close to Hobby Lobby, there's a complex, and that used to be where Joann's was, but it's got Home Goods and Marshalls and TJ Maxx, which I think you have those there, but if you want to go, we can. And there's an IKEA across the street, which I don't know if you guys have IKEA there. And I mean, not that you're going to be trying to buy furniture, Paula, but IKEA is one of those places that like you just want to go in, walk around in, you know. Hello. So yeah, basically we're just gonna be having a good time, taking her to the American stores that, you know, she hears about. Yeah, get some Swedish meatballs, exactly. Um, and just kind of have a good time and enjoy each other's company and just get to know each other and all that stuff. Oh, I missed the Mount Washington thing. Hold on. What did you ask? We probably could take the incline up to Mount Washington, go to the lookout and grab some dinner. Right, we'll grab lunch at IKEA. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. Right? Oh, we'll have to get so many videos and pictures of her walking into Hobby Lobby. Like, I mean, it's not going to be a quick Hobby Lobby trip, that's for damn sure. Like, I know she can't pick out all the deco art paint there anymore, but she can find some cool stuff. Paula's coming to the US and she's making a stop in Pittsburgh, and we're going to try and do a little dot meetup for anybody who wants to tag along for the weekend. My store does too, but not many good colors. But yeah, like I really think it would be cool to see if we could do that pottery thing, although it'll probably be one of those things where like, you know, it's going to take a little bit of time to get back. So like, you know, we'll have to think about it. You know, I mean, I obviously would be more than happy to go pick it up for everyone, but we'd have to figure out like how to get it to everyone once everybody leaves. But I think that would be cool to try and like use our dot skills and some tools with some of the fancy tools and whatnot. Oh, Mount Washington is just a part in Pittsburgh, yeah. Thanks. But it definitely helps that I'm close to the airport because that means like, you know, we won't really have to travel very far after that. I know, right? Well, she's bringing, I think she said, I mean, she's bringing the paint, or she's going to try to anyways. And then, you know, she'll have some extra room. Yeah, I'm gonna put a few, when this dries down, I'm gonna add some more colors for like top dots. Oh yeah, Phipps would be cool. Thank you, thank you. Good morning. Thanks. Sure have. I painted it like the ladybug. You've never been to Pittsburgh? Nice. I did them black. Thanks. Judy. Yep. I like to do a bunch of different things, not your standard mandalas all the time. I like to have a lot of fun with it and just enjoy the creative process and the happiness that it brings me and the peacefulness that it brings me, you know. Yeah, she will. Well, you know, TJ Maxx, they have suitcases, so you can always buy another one. Just saying. They're pretty cheap. Oh, you did a black cow? Brown? So I usually do like this on the back and I put my signature. So yeah, the invitation is open to anybody who wants to come join us. You know, we're still kind of getting all the details together, but we're going to try and find, like, you know, one hotel that everyone can stay at. That, you know, obviously the closer to the area that, like, I'm in, the better, because there's more hotels and it's, like, literally, like, 5-10 minutes from the airport. But like I said, there's a ton of hotels here, close to the area. So, but yeah. Yeah, for real though. It might be more expensive. Who knows? Or cheaper. Yeah. I can't remember which hotels are over here. Like, we've got some, like, you know, cheaper, you know, hotels here too. Oh, so she's going to be starting off in Utah, Vicky, but there weren't as many people, like, really kind of confirming that side of the thing, and she was going to come over here too. And there's a lot of people on the East Coast who would be willing to travel up to Pittsburgh. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think we're kind of just going to be kind of in that area, you know? Lots of, like, Robinson area, because that's where pretty much all the things are. But yeah. It'll be fun. I'm excited. Where's my peacock teal? Okay, here it is. If you can't, you may just quit. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be so much fun. Yep, so Paula's coming to the U.S. for Tina's wedding, and she figured while she was at it, she would make a little tour around. You know? Might as well. So, Shelby, does that mean you're coming too? Yee! Well, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, if you check it, you know, I mean, usually things like that you check. You don't take it through TSA, but I don't know. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely enjoy doing this. My friends were kind of laughing at me today because tomorrow is technically my day off. And they were like, so what are you doing tomorrow? And I was like, well, you know, I'm probably painting. And they're like, Dottie, like, you're supposed to be off. And I said, well, I know, but, like, I know I do this full time, but this is still my hobby too. I still like to do it. There's just sometimes I do it to make money, and sometimes I do it, most of the time I do it to make money. But also I like to do it to just, you know, and sit there and paint something that maybe I've been wanting to paint but haven't had time. So on my day off, I do the things that, you know, are harder for me to make time for during the workday. My name is Jenna. I have been not doing good with these dots here recently. Like, what is happening? Am I using the right size tool? Probably. We'll figure it out. We'll just make that one, spread those out just a little bit more. Yeah, this is my full-time gig. It is a little too far, yeah. But maybe if there's some friends near you, maybe they'll swing by and grab you. Jenna. My name is Jenna. But my friends, they call me Dottie. Deb. Deb's in Georgia. Yeah, so I mean, I remember Florida being over a 20-hour bus ride when I was in high school. Now we made stops because it was the band trip, but still. Oh, thanks. Nice to meet you. Jeez. Yeah, it's a big state. I mean, I get it, because driving from Pittsburgh to Philly is like 5 hours. No, it's all right. I was like, whoops, wait. I needed to learn how to do that anyway, so we're good. I think you're unhidden, Deb. That was a mistake. It's okay. Oh, no, I know. That'd be cool, though. We'll be sure to post about it a lot. Gas? Yeah, I don't know what it is here. I mean, it's one of the more babe. Oh, he's probably not listening. I don't know how gas is usually pretty expensive here in PA. Thankfully, I don't fill up more than like once a month because I never drive anywhere anymore. Thanks. 339. It could be worse, I guess. Could be better. Could be worse. But yeah, I mean, I never go anywhere these days. So I fill up about once a month, maybe a little longer than that. It just depends. Oh, Sophia, you should take a little weekend trip, my friend. Oh, how was it, Deb? What'd you think? You gotta try the cotton candy ones next. Everything's expensive in California. I remember back in like 2016, probably 2017, 2018 time. I was just curious, just curious. I wanted to see, I don't know why I was looking, but so I made about $50,000 as a GM of Chipotle, which sucks because now they make about 75, but that's besides the point. I just wanted to see how much they made in California, and it was almost 100K. And at first I was like, holy shit. But then I was like, well, wait, like that's like the same amount here. Everything's like, I don't want to say double the price, but like everything feels like it's double the price over there. Was it April 24th through the 26th? Is that what you said, Paula? Ooh, that was probably a lot. I guess we'll see how that works. Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, typically whenever I fill up these days, I use my points from the grocery store, save some monies. I think because, you know, I earn so many points from going to the grocery store and not getting gas for a while at a time. The last time I filled up, I think I paid like 15 bucks. And I was like, it's free. So I made this pattern last night. Was it last night? I think it was it last night? 2 nights ago? I don't remember. It was recently. And I really loved it. So we're just kind of hyper fixating on it for a little bit. Thanks. Has one of my pigment powders burnished on top of them. My nails are one of the things that, like, most of the time let you know you're watching me. Because you can't see my face. my rings and my nails. Two nights ago. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, because I guess I posted some recently. Well, yeah, I mean, it's gotta be. Yeah, it's gotta be that high. My nails, they're not lasting as well as they did the last time. I can't remember how many coats of clear she put on top, but like my tips, they're already chipping, which is kind of sad, but it's fine. I might fix them in a couple days. Or maybe I'll fix them tomorrow on my day off. Oh. Just one more thing to add to the list, huh, Canary? I'm sorry. So we do gallons in the US. How many liters are in a gallon? 4? I don't remember. 3? I know. I can't do it either. I can't even, I mean, I can't even convert Fahrenheit to Celsius or whatever, the other way around. I don't know. I know. It's beautiful. So colorful and oh my gosh. What do you mean? Mary, Judy? For what? Thanks. That's one of those, the Art Alchemy blue colors. I was able to save that one, but it was only about, half full once I saved it. Oh, well, I don't know, Judy. That's hard, you know? Like, I know you want to see them, but, you know, for some reason they don't want to see you. And what would you do once you got there, you know? Oh, yeah, that's, wow, that's a lot. The pink is a mix, and I wish I could tell you what colors I used, but I don't even know. No, just kidding. It's not a mix. Hold on. I forgot. Not on this one anyways. I'm using Joyful Pink. Yeah. The little glitter swoosh tool. It's great for walking dots too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, that pink is pretty. I feel like that one was a Deco Art only color, but I feel like most of them are these days, so. Peacock teal. Well, that's good. Maybe, you know, I'm kind of holding on to hope for you, Judy, that it's the wife that, you know, is kind of keeping you guys apart. That's what I'm hoping for anyways. So maybe you give it some time and see what happens once the divorce is finalized. Mm-hmm. Yep. I feel like it matches this pretty well. Still working on it though. Gonna put some glitter paint on top of the first row though. Gently, because the paint isn't fully dry yet. Oh, well, yeah, that could be it too. Yeah, Hope, you know, you can only hope. Oh, man. All right, let's bring this one back. Sorry, I can't get comfy. Sip of the coffee. One moment. So it's kind of hard to see the color shift on here. Shows up a lot better in person, but I think that's fun for the dragonfly anyways. So we're gonna bring in a little bit of green, but like not much. Let's do what, this color? It does-ish, but strawberry doesn't dry very nicely, unfortunately. They will be. I have some of them on my website right now. Yeah, that's the last thing that I do. So these will dry overnight, and then I'll remove the guidelines, and then I'll varnish them, and then I glue the cabochon down. So that's actually the last step once it's nice and shiny. But for now, I just set it in the center so we can stare at it as a whole and see how nice it all comes together. I see that one. It kind of looks like strawberry. I saw that one too. Are you talking about the pink color? Yeah, I do it after varnishing. That way you don't have to, like, you know, try and avoid the cabochon when you're varnishing, you know? It's just in my way. Thanks. DOS for Days. She just popped into, I think she popped into my TikTok live last night. She's a busy lady. She's around. She's not around, like, as often as she used to be, but she pops in. Oh no, I just got paint flakes on my pants. Yeah, I do. So these are called purse pendants. So they're a little bit bigger than keychains. They're 3 inches. I feel like most like round keychains are about, you know, 1.5 to 2 inches. So these are a little bigger. But these look cool on like purses and bags and backpacks and things like that. And that's what they're designed for. I guess you can use them on anything, but But yeah, I do. I have a few on my website right now. And then the ones that I made today, I'll probably post tomorrow. Yeah, they're fun little things. I like to do more functional art. Like, there's nothing wrong with art that you hang on your wall, but I feel like a lot of people like to be able to use the things that they're spending their money on, right? And so I like to kind of do things that like you can take with you, you know? My first experience with someone noticing one of these on my purse out in public, I was at the lady doctor, and this person in the waiting room was like, "Oh my gosh, that is so pretty." I said, "Thanks, I made it." And she goes, "You made that?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "No, that's the shit people pay good money for." And I just giggled. I thought it was so funny. And then I can't remember who it was, but there were people in here who had one on their purse, and um, another person noticed, and you know, they basically met each other, and they were both in the Dot fam, which is kind of what we call ourselves. You know, you'd be surprised. I've only been doing this for 5 years, self-taught. As long as you have some patience and, you know, the will to get over the practice time when maybe you're not so great, you can really do anything you put your mind to. I was not one of those people who was always in an art class growing up. Like, that was definitely my sister. So, um, I don't want to say I didn't have an artistic bone in my body, but I didn't really unlock it until, you know, my late 20s. I was creative and I did like crafts and stuff like that, but never painted like this before. I feel like they're a little more delayed than they usually are. They're not as delayed as Facebook, but I feel like tonight they're a little bit more delayed. Typically, I would say that the YouTube comments are pretty quick, pretty similar to TikTok speed. Maybe like just the slightest bit slower, but even I kind of noticed that they were a little weird tonight. But I did hear that YouTube is being kind of funky tonight, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Of course. Oh, what happened to my music? YouTube's probably like, "Are you still there? Are you still watching?" Yep. I don't know when that stopped, but yeah, someone messaged me and they were like, "Hey, just so you know, YouTube's being a little weird, so you might not be able to go live tonight." But so far so good. Yeah, I know. So I made a post in the Facebook group saying like we're gonna try to be on YouTube, but if that doesn't work, then like, you know, I'll catch you guys over on TikTok. But hey, we're here, so we'll stay here unless we have more issues. But I guess they fixed the issue pretty quickly, huh? We had plans in place. Oh my gosh, Deb, we're waiting on that. We always wait until April, but um, we're trying to, you know, save as much money as we can so that we don't completely deplete our savings from the year. It's rough. Rough out there, man. I don't like it. Oh, yeah, 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 it signed you out. All right, I think this one is done. Right back that one. Yeah, and it's even worse when you're self-employed. Thanks. This is we did this one earlier today. And this one earlier today. And then this one as well. We started tonight with this one. And then, you know, we've just been chugging along. Although this one is the last one I have prepped. So if we finish this one, then we'll probably work on this. This is for a friend. Bring some of that pink back in. I know. Did you hear the sadness that happened with the blue one, Shelby? I mean, sad for me, lucky for someone else. So someone had purchased a purse pendant, and I forgot that, like, I had other ones besides the ones I've done the last couple days. So, I sent this one out, okay? And then I was playing around with inventory on my website, and I saw that that one was still in stock, and I was like, wait, how is that in stock? Like, someone bought it, and I'm like, oh no. Did I send the wrong one out? So I looked at the order I did. They actually ordered this one. And I sent them this one. So I'm going to send this one out to them tomorrow. So they're going to get a surprise when they open up their package and notice it's the wrong one. But then this one's going to show up in the next, you know, the day after. So I made another one of those tonight so I can, you know, post it again on my website. So they got a free purse pendant. Because it was my bad. Oh no. Did they send it back? I use Gorilla Glue Clear. Oh no. Oh, so she wound up buying the other one. Well, that's nice at least. I think so too. And I tried to kind of think about it. At first I was like, well, maybe they won't notice. And then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well, that one was further down on my website, so it means that they had to scroll past the one that I sent them to get to the one that they decided to purchase. So like maybe there's a reason that they purchased that one and not that one. So I was like, well, let me just send it out because I don't recognize the name. They've only purchased from me 3 times, and it's been kind of like more recent. And the person, I don't know if it's a guy. I mean, the name is a guy, but I don't know. Sometimes you guys purchase through like your husband's account. So like, you know, sometimes the name will come through and I'll be like, oh, like, you know, I know that's so and so, even though that's her husband kind of thing. But I don't recognize the last name, so I can't figure out who it might be. And maybe he did purchase it. Maybe it's for his wife. I don't know. But yeah, so hello. Maybe, but like, you know, I'm not gonna make them send it back. I don't want them to pay for shipping, and I don't really feel like being like, hey, can I have that back for my mistake? You know what I mean? So, you know, if they send it back, great, but I'm also like totally not expecting it because I screwed up. Thank you. And maybe that extra one will like make her day or someone else's day. Maybe she'll give it to a coworker who's having a rough time, or, you know, a family friend or a family member. I don't know. Thanks so much. Thank you. Yeah, you know, it would be different if I was always sending out the wrong order, but I'm not. So every once in a while, I'll take the hit and I'll just be like, well, maybe it'll make someone smile. Exactly. Speaking of making someone smile, who's checked out Jenny's Pass It Along project? / who signed up, who's involved? What color should I do the wings? Probably gonna have to be like a teal-ish color. These are 25 whenever they're done. Oh yeah, the bottle openers are fun. Ooh, I know what we can do. This might be interesting, or it might look like shit, but let's see. I know, I'm excited for it. I think that I'm gonna probably send postcards out to some of you guys, and send you guys whoever I decide to send it to each month. I'll send them an extra little gift too. So they'll get a piece of Jenny's art and they'll get a piece of my art. If you look her up, I mean, I don't know if she posted about it on Facebook, but she posted, I saw it on her TikTok, and then, you know, on her website, there's more info about it. Right, so if you sign up for her monthly newsletter, you'll definitely get info about it. So Jenny's doing like a little pass it along project where she's making some postcards and stuff out of her, like pictures of her art. And then the idea is that the people that sign up for it, she'll mail them to them. And then it's already like the postage is already on there. So then once we get it, we're supposed to pick someone to send it to. She's also sending stickers. And so the idea is just kind of surprise someone else with a sticker. But it's just supposed to like spread some kindness and some prettiness all about, you know. Long story short, that's the idea. But she went into a lot more detail with it in her posts. But yeah. And I think that's just a really fun idea. And I couldn't wait to be part of it. I think her, it's Dot Along AK, right? For Alaska, Dot Along AK. Jenny Long. I keep talking about it because I think it's such a cool idea, and I really want to make sure it gets the recognition and that it gets, you know, a bunch of people, you know, even if you guys don't all participate. I want eyes on that project. I think it's just so awesome. Such a fun idea. Yeah, oh, I saw that last night. I've seen her before, and like you guys know, I really don't have time to scroll. But I've seen her like painting those before, and I just thought they were like little pieces of like nice fancy watercolor paper that she taped off. And then I actually happened to see her untaping them, and I was like, "Oh, they're trading cards. How cool." Yeah, I couldn't decide on what dot color, what fan color I wanted, so I just decided to do some swirly colors. Right. Yeah, I haven't really stopped well, I haven't really like, you know, I haven't really been in her lives at all. But I do see her little blurb at the bottom, which I think is really cool. And yeah. Yeah, there's enough bullshit in the world these days. We just need some happy things, you know? Yeah, she seems really sweet. I know, Jenny, the other Jenny sent me her first one and she gave me a shout out in there and I was like, wow, that's really nice of you. You literally didn't have to mention me at all. Um, but like, that was really nice of her. One of the things I'll say about Jenny is that she's always so, so great about like, you know, lifting others up with her, you know? Hell yeah. I mean, I don't want to say I was one of the first, but I feel like I was one of the first because I saw her video super early and immediately was like, done, sold, signed up, let's go. And I've been mentioning it the last few lives because I just think it's such a cool idea and I want people to know about it. Yeah, I think I want to say, I mean, I don't know for sure, but isn't she doing her like dot cruise thing, or she's teaching some classes on an Alaskan cruise. So she's probably busy kind of preparing for that. And the cruise lines, they tend to like buy a bunch of her like art and they'll sell it. So she, you know, she's always busy doing stuff for that too, which I think is such a cool thing. Thanks. Yeah, I am. This is one of the new ones that hasn't come out yet. But this one is really cool because when you put it over black, it goes like ultraviolet blue. It was insane. Not something that I expected when I put it over a black background, but I thought it was really cool. Yeah, she's very sweet. Very, very sweet. Um, she sent me her QR code, I'm assuming for the Pass It Along project. And I'll share that in the group chat on Facebook, which if you don't know how to open a QR code from your phone via a picture, you just screenshot the picture and then open up your camera roll and then like press down on the thing and it'll bring up a link. So I'll share that later tonight. But it's well, what's her website? Is it just Dot Along AK? Hold on, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, dotalongak.com. That's her website, and that's where you can find her stuff too. Is it Mardi Gras already? Damn. I guess it is, because Easter's only about a month away. Not even. Well, a little more than that, but... Yes, and happy Lunar New Year. So it's actually one of my pigment powders that is burnished over a black base. Oh, cool. That's so sweet. Awesome. You know, I mean, I know Patty from Pittsburgh is pretty close to me, but like, you know, I've never met anybody closer than that. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm so bad. Like, I grew up in Pittsburgh, but I grew up in the suburbs. She's probably about 35 minutes from me, 40 minutes from me. Hello, hello. But what's funny is that I didn't meet Patty in Pittsburgh. I met her when she went up to State College for my show. Thank you, thank you. Uh, she's one of the followers here. Her username is pretty much her name. I don't know if she's still in here. She was in here earlier. But Patty L. Patty with a Y, not an I. Patty with an I is from Canada. Hello, hello. Hey, look who's here. We were maybe just talking about you just a little bit. Oh, yeah? Your little spidey senses were tingling a little bit. Yeah, it is almost midnight here. Well, it's 11:30 at night almost. Yes, about how kind and wonderful you are. It is true. I knew I should have prepped more of these, but I thought having 5 of them for today was going to be enough. I should have known. I should have known better. That's okay. Right? All right, we're going to do this one. So this is for Mr. Panda. This is in memory of his mommy. I've made him a couple different owl pieces, but he wanted a owl with blue eyes and a purple body. So I'm gonna be dotting everywhere that's black, but doing like the color fill everywhere that's painted. You're pink dealer. I love it. I know that's what you guys are saying, and I just don't see them as ornaments. Bless you. I think he has his headphones on though. The song, I don't know. It's just something on YouTube. And I think I want to do... Well, so that's kind of how I do. I try... Well, you mean like full pieces. Interesting idea. It's hard enough for me to keep track of how many ornaments I do, though. That is smart. I used to, well, so I still kind of do, but I'm not as great with it as I used to be. But I used to keep some albums in my phone, in my camera roll, titled like, you know, wall art and ornaments and stuff. I have one for ornaments for this year, because I'm hoping that'll help me kind of keep relatively accurate ornament count if I screw up. Which I did screw up already, because like I was at like 120 something, and I tried to put all of my ornaments that I've made, that I've taken pictures of. There's definitely a few customs that I haven't, but according to my album, like the other day, so I've made a few ornaments since, I was only at about 103, and I was like, well, where'd the other like 17 go? I don't know what happened, and I don't know where those pictures are, so I don't know what to do. Maybe my count was off, but I don't see how, because I kept them all numbered. Yes. Um, I haven't found a good one to paint, but I did find there was a plant like stand, like not a plant stand, but one of those like little picks that you can put inside your soil that stick up from your plant, that said that, and it made me giggle. What a hoot. I know. So I'm sure my friend will like this when it's done. They're both sick right now, he and his wife, so it'd be nice to finish this and be like, I hope you feel better. Here's your ornament. So this one is for a friend. So Panda, my friend Panda, she comes into my live sometimes. She's one of the friends that I FaceTime all the time. I actually met her on TikTok, one of my girlfriends in the friend group. Her husband, his mom passed away 2 years ago? A couple years ago. And so, like, she really loved owls, and owls, like, kind of, like, symbolize her. So, I've made him, I think blue and purple were her favorite colors, because I made him a pretty pot. Like, he asked me to make him a pretty pot with those colors and have an owl in the center. And then he's been popping into my lives every, so often. And I've been painting those ornaments. And so he asked Panda if, I could do an owl for him. And of course I was like, yeah. Well, she answered yes before, she even told me about it. She's like, of course she can. And so he wanted blue eyes and a purple, like, body. So of course I obviously want to bring my dots into it. So I'm doing a couple areas that aren't dotted, and then the body I'm going to dot purples. So I'm just kind of working on the fill right now. I want to make it really sparkly and pretty, because it's going to have resin on top. So any of these really sparkly pigment paint things are going to just look so fabulous under the resin. She's doing good. She's doing better. She's not back to normal. She's like improving, slowly. The vet, was, very surprised at how well she was doing. Like, he said that she was a completely different dog, like a week, prior. She still has some facial paralysis, and they still don't know, like, what's going on. And they're still, like, kind of, like, waiting for some tests to come back. But, like, she's eating, but she's having, like, she was, like, her face was, like, pretty damn, like, paralyzed at first. So she can eat now. She's not, like, the food's not falling out of her mouth. But, like, when she closes her eyes still aren't closing fully, but, like, they're closing enough for the most part, that her eyes are, like, not, like, drying out, but, like, when she's sleeping, her eyes are still kind of cracked open a little bit. But she definitely is looking a lot better. You can kind of, I see her on the phone. Like, you can see her personality starting to come back, but she's definitely not back to normal, and they're still trying to figure out what's going on. Who, Jenny? Yeah, so they think like she has something on her. I don't uh like there's like a mass of some sort, they think, like on her. I don't want to say it's her brainstem, I can't remember. Something caused the paralysis, and at first they were like, well, maybe it's like meningitis. So they gave her a bunch of like steroids and you know, medicine to kind of help with that, and that did help a lot. But they're still trying to figure out like what happened, because she was fine the Sunday night, and then she was not fine Monday morning. So like literally it was just like that. So you know, the vet said he doesn't think it's cancer, because typically like it'll show itself like over time. It's not going to be one of those things that's just like immediately an issue, but like it could happen, you know, you never know, especially if it's like a lymphoma or something maybe. But they're still trying to stay positive, you know. There's good changes every day, small changes, small like better changes. And maybe, you know, it just she needs some time to kind of get some of her, you know, movements back. But I think she's about 8 years old, I think. Mostly pit bull. She's a little bit of a mix, but mostly pit bull. But yeah, like sure, her parents, you know, Panda and Mr. Panda, like they're the kind of pet parents that like automatically know when something's wrong. You know what I mean? Like they didn't like not notice it, or they didn't like try and wait, you know, too long. Like they got her care very immediately, and they've been really on top of her, you know, getting better. So she's in good hands. Coffee break. Oh, my straw got stuck on my charger. Okay, so now we're just gonna dot in a bunch of perps. And I hope it looks good. Let me grab some purples. I need to rearrange my paint again, because for some reason I decided to put the purples like furthest away from me. And like that just simply won't do, because I use purple way more often than that. It's an owl. Yes. So the vet originally was like, oh, like, you know, she's okay. They gave her like, you know, some some fluids and kind of sent her home. And then like she didn't get better, she got a lot worse, so they brought her back to the same vet, and he kind of was like, oh shit, you know. So he has been really great ever since. And he's been like talking about it to like his colleagues and trying to figure out like what the heck is going on with this dog. So so once they're done, like once they have their resin and everything, I'll take one of my little like automated hand drill things, and I'll drill a hole straight through the wood, like in the middle, and then I'll screw in an eye hook, and then I'll hang a ribbon through it. So now we're just gonna cluster dot the whole thing and hope for the best. We won't finish this tonight though, I can tell you that for sure. Unfortunately. But yeah, I pretty much have creative freedom with this, minus, you know, making it a purple body and blue eyes. Everything else, they were like, you do you. Yeah, hello. Welcome back. Today was a double live day. Woohoo. You know, I have a couple double live days throughout the week. Mondays and Tuesdays are double live days, and Saturdays are also double live days. Oh, wow. Aw. Definitely scary, you know, when they're like, you know, once you get past a certain age, you take a tumble, it's real scary. Thanks. It's nice to see she kind of beat, you know, the odds of what they were saying, though, all things considered. Are you looking on my business page or are you looking on my group? I don't know. How's the sound for you guys? Oops, this paint up just a little bit more. Maybe you need to swipe out and come back. It's a new bottle. It was sitting for a sec. It is. So it's one of the new ones that hasn't come out yet. And the cool thing about the one that I'm using is that it looks different over white, it looks different over black, and it looks different over like a like color, or maybe even any color, honestly. But so like I used it over purple just to kind of see. But they're like pastel pigments, but they just look different over different colors. Oh, so you struggle to find my VIP lives? Is that what you're saying? That's interesting because they should just be right on the main page. Or you can't find my, like, Monday, Tuesday lives. Is that what you're saying? Sorry, I don't know. Yeah, so in VIP, if you go into the VIP group, it should be on the main page, like right in the main feed. If it's not, if you go to the events tab, I'm pretty sure there's like a happening now. I'm sure you can find it that way. But speaking of the events tab, at the beginning of the month, whenever I like am uploading all the new month stuff, I will send like, you'll get like 4 or 5 invites in a row for the lives. Like I schedule the lives in there. And you want to respond going to the lives, and then it'll remind you like before, and then you should be able to find it easier from there too. It's getting to the point where it's hard to fit certain tools. Yeah. Yep. Yep, it'll translate it into whatever time it is where you are. So I'll schedule it in my time, but it'll tell you like, hey, it's, you know, if it's like 6 o'clock my time and it's supposed to, and you're 3 hours behind me, Facebook will tell you at 3 o'clock there's a live, even though it's 6 o'clock for me. The heck? Come on. There we go. Do they not? Thanks. Yeah, YouTube should, if you are like following / hit the notification bell. And I heard that YouTube's pretty good with it. That's one of the first things you guys said whenever we started kind of playing around on YouTube a little bit, was that you guys got notifications right away, which is really cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, it definitely is a nice little feature for sure. Hello, I am painting an owl. This will be an ornament eventually. This one is a commission for a friend. They wanted blue eyes and a purple body, so that's what I'm doing. And this is acrylic paint. Most of it anyways. Yeah, I don't know. If you go to my profile on here, I think there's like, you have to subscribe, like follow, but it's subscribe on here. And then I think that there's like a little notification bell or something that you can click turn on so that it'll remind you. But maybe if you just like follow, subscribe to me, maybe that's all you need to do on here. I don't know, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Thanks. TikTok will tell you like 2 hours late. I don't get it. Sometimes you'll get notifications right away. Sometimes you'll get it while you're watching my live. Sometimes you'll get it and I won't be live anymore. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Sometimes you might have to unfollow me, refollow me, and then like hit the little notification bell again. Sometimes that works. Sometimes. But it's not an all the time thing. Tub usually has pretty open space. The only room he's not allowed in is the pig room, but we do keep the bathrooms, like the bathroom doors shut and like the closet doors shut, because like honestly, why does he need to be in there, you know? But he pretty much has free range, and we don't shut him out of our bedroom because he'll cry and cry. He wants to cuddle with us at night. Thanks. And I love my nightly tub cuddles. I look forward to it. You know, I get out of the shower, I get in bed, and then the cat will, you know, hop up on the bed and cat loaf right on top of me, and then I'll just give him some chin scratches and pets, and he just purrs, and it just, like, I can feel his purrs throughout my entire body, and it just, like, chills me out. He's always been that way. I've always joked and called him my little therapy kitty, because he would do that to me when I was in college, too. If I was stressing over a test or studying, he would come in and he would, like, he would lay on top of my textbook as if to be like, Mom, take a break, you know? But he would hop up on, you know, sit on top of me if like I was laying down, and he would just purr. And it would just chill me out. It really has, honestly, like, it's so funny to see, like, last year around this time, I was so worried about TikTok going away, you know, and I was concerned about what it would do for my, like, art, you know what I mean? Because, like, I do this full time, and I just don't have the reach on other platforms like I do on TikTok, so I was, like, super worried about it. And, you know, everybody was relatively pretty positive, you know. They were like, Jenna, we'll follow you wherever. And, like, I believed it to an extent, but, like, you know, I knew that, like, that wouldn't be the case for everyone, right? Because, like, some people hate Facebook. Some people hate YouTube. So, like, I knew that no matter where I'd go, I still wouldn't have everyone. Then TikTok recently changed, like, how they do things. And I can no longer have my link. And that's really hard as a content creator who relies on going live and promoting their website and other people's websites and, you know, things like that on their live. Like, I can't do that anymore. So I have to be very careful and very, very, like, creative of, like, how I talk about things. And I feel like I have noticed a dip in sales because you know, you can't just go to my website via TikTok anymore while I'm live. I mean, those of you guys who have been around a while, you know where to find me, but not everyone does, right? So, but it's funny because last year I was super worried about TikTok going away, and now, like, obviously that would suck, but I'm kind of indifferent almost because, you know, I've become a little bit more established on Facebook. We've been going on Facebook like regularly a couple times a week, and we've been going on YouTube now regularly a couple times a week. So the hardest part is remembering where I'm at. So, you know, if TikTok were to go away, we would just choose another main platform, which it would probably be here, just because the chat's better. Either way, we can't listen to good music, so. But, and then that would probably make it a little easier, because instead of having to keep up with 3 platforms and figuring out where I am, there's really just 2. But, you know, we're going to keep them on all 3 for now. Well, I think it happened before that, but yeah, that probably had something to do with it. I was getting constant restrictions on my lives, and I wasn't doing anything different than I have been the last almost 5 years. And I kept getting restrictions saying that I was like taking people off of the app. So I was like, okay, well, we can't talk about my website. We can't talk about like Facebook or wherever, you know, I can't tell you that I got something off Amazon, you know. So I started kind of filtering myself, and we weren't talking about that at all, but I was still getting those content restrictions. And I was like, what the heck? I didn't say anything. So I think it monitors how many times people click on your link. I don't know for sure, but I think that's what's going on, because my link, and I know that it can happen because my link tree, which is the thing that has all my links and my buttons and things, I can see data on how many times people clicked and where they came from, right? So it doesn't seem out of, you know, the possibility range that TikTok also has their own way to see how many times a link is clicked on a profile during a live, right? So when I have 250 people plus watching me, and I'm, you know, people are asking me where I get things, or they're asking me where to buy my tools or whatever, like I can guarantee there are multiple clicks every single live, enough to kind of, you know, trigger the TikTok alarm bells, like, hey, they're telling them to leave the site, you know what I mean? So once I removed my link from my bio on TikTok, the restrictions pretty much stopped. Now, sometimes I'll be talking about a VIP group, or I'll be talking about something where like a little too long, or I'll forget to like censor my wordage, and the AI that's like, you know, listening will, you know, catch wind of the conversation, and I'll get a restriction. But that doesn't happen as often as it did. It only happens sometimes. So, but it does suck that I had to remove my link, because that was a, you know, important thing. And a lot of people are just used to finding my link through TikTok. Like they don't remember, they don't know that like you can find my link on all of my social medias. You just got to find it somewhere, right? Like it's on Instagram, it's on here, it's on my Facebook page, and it's in my Facebook group. In the group, it's just pinned. It's pinned in the featured tab. That's the best way I can do it, because I can't link my website inside my private group for some reason. But, you know, we do what we can. It's just super frustrating. Gotta adapt. What's that term? If you don't adapt something, or you gotta adapt, I don't know. You know what I mean. So many baby dots. I'll top dot this tomorrow. Yeah, Yep, exactly. Yep. I mean, my sales have dropped over 50% from last year since the whole TikTok thing started, which is like actually kind of terrifying. Thankfully, I'm good at managing things, and I can figure out how to like make some extra, you know, moolah if I really need it. But it does suck right now when I'm trying to save up for taxes. That's for damn sure. It would have been really nice to have last year's sales right now. Yeah, it's scary, you know, and you know, it's just that's a huge dip. And I mean, I'm not going to blame it all on TikTok. Like I know that times are tough right now and everybody's struggling. Like that probably has something to do with it too. And the beginning of the year, it's always hard for small businesses. But you know, I have noticed a huge drop in sales, like just overall sales, not just art, but like everything. I mean, I've noticed a drop in art in the last year and a half, hence why I'm focusing more on teaching and supplying things. So, you know, we're adapting, we're figuring it out, but it is scary sometimes. My music stopped. It's like it knows it's midnight. Yeah, but the plan is to not have to have sales struggle so much that I have to go find a part-time job. I don't want to ever do that, but you know, hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think the economy has a lot to do with it. You know, people when they have extra money, they'd rather spend it on themselves and not like on art, I don't think. So like if they have a hobby, they'll spend it on, you know, themselves that way. But that's after bills are paid and groceries are bought, you know? So just got to figure out other ways to save and adapt. Hopefully it won't be like this all year. I guess we'll see. Maybe everybody's like me and saving up for taxes right now. I don't know. That could be it. But anywho, I think this is a good place to stop. And, well, tomorrow I'm off, so I guess maybe I'll finish this without you guys. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Maybe writing the pattern of the month, maybe actually taking the day off. You know, whatever whatever I feel like doing tomorrow is what I'll be doing. But I won't be live. I'll take the day off live. I will see you guys back on here. I'm trying to manifest good things. It's the year of the horse, ma'am. But I'll see you guys back on here at 9:30 Eastern on Thursday. And I don't know what we're doing. Maybe I'll prep some more purse pendants. Maybe we'll do some ornaments. Maybe we'll do something else. I don't know. So, anywho, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good night.